My AA birthday being January 9th, 2009. Today, I am 14 years sober. For quite a while, I posted on social media about it. Sometimes I would, at 6 months intervals or months intervals or year intervals. And now it's like, it's in the evening and I still have not posted anything on social media. I'm deeply uncomfortable with the responses that I always invariably get. It's incredible, perhaps because for me, being in the program, it's such a part of my life, to realize how many people have no clue or understanding about alcoholism or addiction. And so people with the best of intentions, they'll rattle off 1,000 comments on a post of like, good job, you did it, you made right choices, you finally chose the right, all of this sort of ridiculousness. And when I celebrate, when I commemorate, when I remember my anniversary, it's to remember that I was made sober by my higher power. Jesus Christ got me sober, made me this way. It's not by any will or decision or merit or worthiness in me. It was no work that I did. It was nothing. It was completely something put upon me as an alien righteousness, as an alien faith, as something from outside put in that coerced me and beat me into submission, into the program, and through the program, beat me into the submission of sobriety. None of it was my doing. And the idea that I would be sharing it so that people could say, oh, what a great job you did. Well, no, I share it so that others know that they too could get recovery, not because they can work for it and achieve it and accomplish it and brag about it and boast and I'm going to get online and brag about all the years that I've been sober. No, boast about my higher power, brag about Jesus and how I was made sober through no merit or worthiness in me, no decision or will, nothing that I did, anything that has happened, going to meetings, working the steps, doing the program, that was all put upon me by an outside force to do those things which are otherwise completely foreign and alien. But it's been 14 years and it's incredible. I know you're not supposed to count ahead, but even when I turned 18 and I went to some graduation parties and I sipped a little bit of alcohol for like a couple of weeks, I never really got intoxicated. So, technically I drank when I was 18. But it was later on, I was 21 when I finally drank in earnest. I was sort of a late bloomer. I drank and got really intoxicated and I loved it. And so counting from 1994, I only drank as an alcoholic. Obviously I had no clue I was one at the beginning, but in hindsight, everything I did demonstrated I already was. My body, my soul, everything craved it. Loved it, thought it was like finding God, and I couldn't wait to do it again and keep track of when I was going to do it again and what I was going to try next and all of that. So my alcoholic life really begins, and I drank like that for 15 years. And so even though you're not supposed to count ahead, I kind of can't help but have in my mind that in another year, the clock will be moving so that I will be post-alcohol longer than I was in the midst of alcohol. And of course, this wasn't easy. It wasn't easy for my higher power, Jesus, to beat me into submission, to get me into the program and to make me do those things that he had decided I was going to do and empowered me then to do. It was not easy. I was in and out for some number of years. I was doing the 3-step waltz. I'd do 3 steps, relapse, do 3 steps, relapse. But that miracle happened on January 9th, 2009. And I remember distinctly I was locked up in a paddy wagon waiting to go back to jail in the middle of sobriety court program, again go to jail. And I just remember sitting in the paddy wagon and I had this weird experience like, and I said out loud, I said, I don't have to drink anymore. And it was really the first time that it had really occurred to me, even though I'd read it in the big book, I had to drink. We reach a point where we have to. It's nothing to do with choice, nothing to do with willpower. And yet it's still out there, the persistent idea that you chose that and you're weak if you just were strong enough and made the right choices. Well, maybe if you said no at the beginning, right? Says that also in the big book. We all believe there was a time when we could have quit, but there was not a compelling enough reason to. And when there was a compelling enough reason to, it was too late because we had lost the ability to choose.